And now, your next President of the United States, John Billybob Lofton. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, after announcing my candidacy for the President of the United States, I got many comments and questions on my policies, and I promised to answer those questions in a quick fashion. So, here you go. This video is to hopefully answer some of the issues plaguing our viewers out there. So, let's get right to it. First, we have Ralph Webster from Savage, Maryland. Whoa! Ralph. I don't know what you're into, but okay then. Ralph's question is Obamacare. What do I feel about Obamacare? Well, that's simple, Ralph. I think that people should be allowed to choose their own health care. The federal government does not have the right nor the constitutional grounds to tell us we have to sign up for state-sponsored health care. So, not only is it unconstitutional, but I gotta say, it really burns me up. So, anyway, that means no Obamacare. That's one of the first things I'll do, is instantly repeal Obamacare and let millions of people go back to work, let millions of people get their health care back. So, Ralph, I hope I answered your question. Next, we have Joe Reinhart from Ocean City, Maryland. Joe is in the food service business, and I got 2 words for you, Joe. Slim fast, buddy. That's right. Whew. Anyway, Joe's question is, what are my views on gay marriage? Well, that's also simple, Joe. I don't give a crap about gay marriage, all right? I think it's an issue for the states. The federal government has no right to tell people they can or cannot get married. It is the states' job to do that. The states are sovereign. They should it's just like weed. I mean, if you like mountains and you like lakes, what do? You move to Colorado. So, if you like homos getting married, move to California or New Hampshire. That simple. So, I don't think it's the government's job, Joe. It's that simple. Next, we have Patricia McKay from Virginia Beach, Maryland. And she asks, what are my views on welfare? Well, I think I made that plainly clear in my speech, my first speech, in which I said that all unconstitutional programs will be eliminated. And I got to tell you, welfare, which includes food stamps, unemployment, energy assistance, HUD, housing, all these programs, they are unconstitutional. They will be removed. Just by removing those programs, we can probably reduce the deficit by $2 trillion a year. $2 trillion. I think it's a good thing. You know, up until 1940, there was no Department of Health and Human Services. And check it out. Private industry, private corporations, the Catholic Church, all these things took care of feeding, housing, clothing people when they needed it. And it wasn't a problem. It only became a problem when the federal government stepped in and tried to manage it. Because, you know what? They can't manage anything. So, welfare, done away with. And believe me, your paycheck will show how much more money you're making when these programs are eliminated, because with my flat 10% tax, you're going to be able to save a lot of money. I mean, think about it. What you're doing anyway, if you make 30 grand a year and the government takes 13,000, you're basically lending the federal government your money. They give you part of it back without interest. That's just one more thing that burns me up. Okay, so next we have Alcine App from Laurel, Maryland. And Alcine's question was, can we make the English language our primary language again? ¿Cómo se llama, John? Yes, of course we can. I too get mad when I call my credit card to see how far over my limit I am, and It says, press 1 for English, because check it out, I am English. So, I hope I answered some of your questions on the pressing issues of this country, and I hope that you'll vote for me. But, you know, I'd like to talk about some issues I think are really important now. Like number 1, Starbucks. There's too many of them. One of my first acts as president will be to put a moratorium on the franchising of Starbucks coffee. There will only be 1 per every square mile instead of there now 10. You know, can't do it, sick of it. 2, mountains. What's up with mountains? They're too high. They're taking up too much space. Who needs them, right? So, I will put a moratorium on the growing of mountains, or something like that. Not sure exactly what I'm going to do about that, but mountains are going down. What's the other important issues? Of course, Justin Bieber will be deported. That's obvious. I mean, that's not even a question. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's about it for right now. So, I hope I've answered your questions. And I would just like to say God bless you and your family. And God bless. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.